tell you about a man called Paul. Paul was a farmer. He was married to Norma, a kind woman who always smiled, even when she had nothing. They had three beautiful children. Peter, the first son, who was strong. Mma, the girl with eyes like the morning star. And Favor, the youngest, the baby of the house, who made everyone laugh. From outside, Paul family looked perfect. But inside their compound, there was something wrong. Paul had a dangerous secret. He was greedy, not for food, not for land, but for power, spiritual power. He told Norma, "Woman, I'm going to check my traps in the bush." But he did not go to the bush. He went to visit an evil woman called Dibia Onoho, the black native doctor who lived at the edges of the forbidden fruits. Onoho had skin as dark as charcoal and eyes as red as fire. Paul kneeled down before him. Dibia Onoho, I'm tired of suffering. Paul said, I want to be rich. I want people to fear me when I walked past. Onoho smiled weakly and brought out a black calabash covered in cows. You will be rich, Onoho whispered. But wealth does not come for free. You must give me something. Paul licked his dry lips. What do you want? Onoho leaned close, his breath smiling like rotten yam. I want the heart of your child. Paul's hand shook him. His throat dried up like an empty well. My child, he whispered. Yes, your own child, not everybody else. If you give me the heart, I will give you words that no man in Ndiogu has ever seen. What went on that night? His body was with Norma and the children, but his mind was in the darkness. The night of the red moon. Days passed. Paul became restless. He could not sleep. He watched his children pray and laughed, but inside his heart, he was planned evil. Then came the night of the red moon. In Ndogo, people say when the moon turns red, spirits walk freely, and on that night, Paul made his choice. He picked Favor, the youngest child, the one who always ran to him shouting, Papa, Papa, carry me up. That night, while Norma slept, and the other children dreamed of chasing butterfly, Paul called little Favor outside. Papa, where are we going? Favor asked, rubbing his eyes. Come with me, my son. I want to show you something. He carried the boy into the bush. His heart was heavy, but his mind was dark. Under the obo tree, people did the unthinkable. He pressed his hand on the boy's mouth so he would scream. And then he killed his own son. With his hands shaking, he removed the small, warm heart from Favor's chest. He put it in a calabash and carried it to Dibia Onwaro before the cock crowd, the prince of greed. Honor laughed when he saw the bloodly hearts. You have done well, Paul, he said. Now you will eat the hearts. Paul's eyes opened wide. Eat it? He asked. Yes. If you want power, you must eat your own hearts. But closed his eyes and swallowed the heart. Tears rolled down his cheek as he chewed, but it was too late to turn back. That night, Paul became rich. The next morning, gold appeared in his house. Bags of money, new clothes, everyone in Ndiogu began to respect him. They did know the price he paid. The truth came out. Norma tried and cried for months. She shouted everywhere for little favor, but no one find him. Paul lied. My wife, maybe he was taken by spirits. Ma and Peter cried every night, calling for their baby brother, but he never come back. One day, a strange thing happened. Paul started talking to himself. At night, his eyes become red like onion holes. Sometimes, he would sit alone and say, Favor, stop following me. Go away, but no one saw Favor. The spirit of Favor. 3 months after Favor's death, Paul went to the stream to wash his hands. As he bit down, he saw Favor's face inside the water, smiling sadly. Papa, why did you eat my heart? Paul screamed and ran back to the village, but the spirit followed him. From that day, Paul could not sleep. He saw Favor everywhere on the walls, in the dreams, even inside his food. One night, Norma woke up and saw Paul fighting the air. Leave me alone, Favor. Leave me alone. But no one was there. Peter and Emma watched their father go mad. The villagers came and tried to help him, but he only screamed loudly, confessed before death. At last, Paul called in Norma, Peter, and Emma. I could not hide it anymore. He said, his eyes is looking like two holes. I killed Favor. I ate his house because I wanted to be rich. Norma fell to the ground. Her mouth opened, but no words came out. Peter and Emma held each other and cried. Paul's body started shaking. His skin began to break like an old painkiller. He fell down and died right there in front of his family. After Paul died, the Beano disappeared from the village. Nobody saw him again. Norma lived the rest of her life gently. He taught her remaining children one lesson. Greed will eat you like fire. When you take what is not yours or what you cannot return, your shadow will never leave you in peace. And the people of Ndo will still tell the story under the mango tree to warn everyone. When Paul died, the villagers buried him beside his compound. But that was not the end. That night, while the village slept, Peter's spirit woke up in a strange place. It was not heaven, it was not hell. It was the spirit count of Ndogo, where the ancestors judge those who commit evil. Paul stood before a giant iroko tree. In front of him, see the ancestors of Ndogo, dressed in white with red marks on their foreheads. Their eyes were like mirrors that saw everything past, present, and future. One of the ancestors spoke, his voice louder than thunder. Paul, son of Ndogo, why did you kill your innocent child? Paul kneeled down and shook like a leaf in heavy rain. I wanted words. I wanted people to respect me. The ancestor pointed at him. Did you respect yourself? Did you respect your blood? Paul tried to speak, but his mouth refused to open. Suddenly, the spirit of favor appeared. He was not a child anymore. He was now a spirit boy with glowing eyes and a crown of light. Papa, favor said, I forgive you, but you must pay the price. The ancestor decided post punishment. He would become a spirit, walk the earth without rest. His souls would not enter the land of the dead, nor would it return to the living. Every night, Paul's spirit would wander the village calling, Favor, my son, come back to me, come back to me. But no one would answer. Some say if you walk near Paul's grave at midnight, you will hear his voice crying in the wind. In Norma's dream. 1 month after Paul's death, Norma had a strange dream. In the dream, Favor came to her smiling. Mama, don't cry for me anymore. I'm safe now. Take care of Peter and Emma. Tell them never to follow the path of greed. When Norma woke up, her heart fleet lighter. She called her two children and told them the dreams. From that day, they live simple lives. They are found, they help the poor, and they never chase money through evil ways. Years passed. The story of Paul became a warning in Indog and beyond. Every neighboring village came to Indog to hear the tales of the husband who ate his child out. Old men would sit under a mango tree and say, "Do not be like Paul. If you plant greed, you will harvest sorrow." Mothers told their children the story before bedtime so they would learn the dangers of selling love for money. Greed is a spirit that whispered sweet things, but when you listen to it, you invite evil into your home. When you eat the heart of love, you swallow your own peace. In this life, wealth will finish, but love remains. Money will disappear, but the spirit remembers everything. After Paul died and confessed to eat his son's heart, the village of Indog fell into fear. People whispered behind closed doors. Some said Paul was not the only one who visited the dark Dibia. There are others. Others said maybe Paul's family is cursed now. Anyone who touched them will catch the curse. Even the friends who used to eat in Norma's home stopped visiting. Here once bright compound became silent like a market after closing time. Norma's pen. Norma, the wife who lost her child and her husband, carried a pen too, heavy for words. She would sit outside her hut looking at the sky, wondering, why did Paul do this? Why did the man I love become a monster? But no one came. At night, she held Mama and Peter close. They would cry until sleep came. Sometimes Mama would ask Mama, is Papa in heaven? And Norma would answer, my child, I don't know where he is, but I know he is not at peace. Peter, the first son, was different from his mother and sister. His heart became hard like stone. He started hating his father, even in death. I will never be like him, Peter swore. I will never visit Edibia or do evil because of money. But inside Peter's heart, another danger was growing, anger that refused to leave. He stopped going to the farm, he refused to talk to anyone. All he did was sit alone, planning how to protect his family from people who mocked them. The spirit of the forbidden fruits. One night, while Norma and her children were asleep, something strange happened. A cold wind blew from the forbidden forest. The oak tree where Paul killed Favor started bleeding. Yes, you heard me right. The tree breathed like a person. Red liquid flowed from the back, and the ground swallowed it. Old man in the village saw it and cried, the spirits are angry. The earth has opened its eyes. That same night, a powerful spirit messenger called Ikuku, one, the spirit mother of the forest, appeared to Norma in a dream. Her eyes were rivers. Her voice was like many doves speaking at the same time. Norma, she said, your husband's sin has touched the ground. The earth must be cleansed, or the whole village will suffer. Norma knew in dream, mother of spirit, what must I do? Ikuku one whispered, go to the seven rivers of Umopo. Carry white cloth, carry a calabash of fresh palm wine. Call the name of your son, favor, and pour reparation. Tell him to forgive his father completely. Norma woke up, sweating. She knew the dream was real. Spirits' dreams are not like ordinary dreams. At dawn, Norma called her child. My children, We must go to the river. The spirits need peace. Why should we pray for a man who killed his own child? Norma touched his hand. My son, revenge is heavy. If you carry it, you will never walk far. Mark cried softly but agreed to follow. So the next morning, before the sun cramped the sky, Norma, Peter, and Emma left the village. They carried white cloths, a calabash of palm wine, three white fowls. They crossed hills, they passed seven rivers, just as the spirit's mother instructed. At the last river, called Mirindo, the water of life, Norma kneeled down and called her son's name. Favor, my child, wherever you are, hear your mother's voice. We forgive your father, Paul. Let your spirit rest. Let the earth stop crying. She poured the palm wine into the river. The water turned clear like grass. A soft wind blew and a voice came from the water. Mama, I hear you. It was Favor's voice. Mama fell to the ground, shaking. Peter's eyes filled with tears. They know them that the spirit would had accept their sacrifice. When Norma and her children returned, the villagers watched them from afar. Some people whispered, they have gone to beg the spirit. Others said, we hope this will stop the bad things happening in the village. For you see, after Paul's death, many strange things had happening in Ndogo. Crops refused to grow, women lost pregnancies, hunters returned from the forest empty-handed. Even animals was behaving strangely. Goats and chicken would share into the air as if they saw things no woman could see. But after Inama performed the cleansing at the river, things began to change. The rain came back, the ground became soft again. Women started giving birth safely. The curse was slowly broken. But not all wounds heal easily. One day, a rich man from another village came to visit Peter secretly. His name was Chief Okeke. His face was fat like a full moon. His stomach entered the room before him. Chief Okeke said to Peter, I heard your father's story, but listen to me, boy. There are better ways to make money without killing anyone. Come and work for me. What kind of work? Chief Okeke smiled, showing gold teeth. Just carry some small package for me. Travel to the city. Bring things back. I will pay you well. Peter thought for a moment. His hands were tied of farming. His clothes were old. His friends had money and new phones. Temptation poured his mind like a rope. But then he remembered his mother's word. If you follow evil roads, you will end up in a dark place. Peter shook his hand. Thank you, Chief, but I cannot help you. Chief Okeke's eyes changed. He smiled, but it was not a real smile. Shoot yourself, boy. But remember, poverty has no friends. Peter watched him leave, knowing he had escaped a trap. Mma, on the other hand, had started dreaming of becoming a healer. She told her mother, Mma, I want to learn the ways of the herbals. I want to help people heal from sickness, not with evil charms, but with roots, leaves, and prayer. My daughter, that is good, but light is stronger than darkness. So Imma became the youngest herbal healer in Ndogo. People came from far and wide to see her. She never changed much. She only asked for blessing and prayer. Years passed. Norma's family became known not for riches but for honest and healing. Peter became a farmer who taught others to plant yams and cassava without cutting corners. Mama became a respected healer, helping pregnant women, causing children with fever, and making medicine for the old ones. People started saying, even though Paul bought shames, his wife and children bought back honor. Nomana, old and weak, sits one evening under a mango tree with other women. She told